All right, Ibis fans, the moment you've been waiting for, the new Ibis Ripmo. A lot of us have been hearing rumors about this for a while. We've had one under a tarp in the stock room waiting for Ibis to give us the go-ahead to show it to y'all. This is the new long travel 29-inch bike from Ibis. If you're familiar with their line, their current 29-inch bike is the Ripley, which is sort of a 120 millimeter travel. It's a little longer travel than, say, a typical race bike, but it's a great all-around bike for people that like something with a little bit of travel and pretty fast bike. If you wanted a little more travel, a little more playful, we'd bump you to the Mojo 3, which is the 650B version. Then the HD4, which is 6-inch travel, 650B, and finally they are adding the long travel 29er. My first impression of this bike was that it was too much bike for around here. 29-inch wheels tend to smooth the trail out a little more than a 650B. Long travel, you say, hey, maybe I'm going to lose a lot of my efficiency to this long travel, and do I really need it around here? So we bought one anyway, just to get a look at it, because we knew somebody's going to love this bike. And then we sent one of our guys out west to go ride with these bikes with the factory guys and really do a prolonged test on them, and he came back just in love. And while it is a lot more travel than the Ripley, you're not sacrificing a lot of efficiency. So why would you sacrifice the extra travel if it's not costing you anything, really? So let's look at what they've done here with this bike. They've kind of reworked the linkage. So if you compare this linkage here to the original Ripley, you can see that clevis is a little bit shorter, squatter. We're attaching now to, instead of attaching to the top tube, we're attaching to the down tube. They've used some bushings in here where they previously had bearings. So they just really lightened up the whole system. So this actually is an incredibly light frame, still sticking to that DW link. So for efficiency and climbing, really kind of redefined their whole setup. In terms of frame, they've redone the housing mount, so there's a full carbon tube through the frame, so you're not fishing lines anymore. You can just run the housing, run the cables this is a brake I'm showing you, so it's hydraulic, but you can just sort of shove it on through and it'll follow the guide all the way. In terms of frame geometry, they've increased the seat angle, slacked out the head a little bit, and then used a shorter offset fork. So for those of you that are like, yeah, I gotta have this, I'm just gonna take everything off my Ripley and put it on here, you're gonna want that short offset fork. It'll ride with the standard fork, but it's really designed to use a shorter offset on the fork than the Ripley. Plenty of room for 175 millimeter dropper if you want it. So if you're looking for something that is really confident in whatever you can throw at it, still climbs well, this is your bike. I'm pretty excited to get on this one myself, just hearing all the guys that have gone out and ridden them. I've heard nothing but good things so far. So, beautiful bike.